Hi, have you ever felt like you should have never been born? Or ashamed that you're even alive? Or like you have no right to even exist? Well, I'm Danielle Burnack, that lady on the internet who loves you. I'm a self-love coach, and when I was 10, we had new neighbors move in. And I was excited because they had two daughters. And so I had two girls to play with in my neighborhood. One was my age and one was just a year younger than me. And I loved going over to their house all the time because they had stuff at their house I wasn't allowed at my house. And they watched cartoons and I wasn't allowed to watch cartoons. And they had Pop-Tarts and I wasn't allowed to eat Pop-Tarts. And they had an air conditioner in their back room, this TV room where they were allowed to do that. And at home I did chores all the time and I wasn't allowed to do these things. And so I loved going to their house as often as I could because their house was cool. Their house was just so cool. And I wanted to spend as much time there as I could. I mean, they flew to Rome. I mean, I had never been on a plane. We went and did stuff with the dogs that my parents were all involved in. And these neighbors of mine, they shopped at a really cool store that I wasn't allowed to shop at. I wore clothes that were out of style and on sale. But when I was with these neighbors, I felt so cool because they were cool. So by association, when I was with them, I felt cool. And, then one day their cousin came over. Their cousin came over and she was the same age as me too. And she was the coolest girl in our whole school, in our grade. And so here I'm at their house and I'm at their cool house. And now I'm surrounded by all these cool people. I just felt so cool. And so I'm like, this is so exciting. But for some reason, she started yelling at me and screaming at me and chasing me. She was chasing me around a car in the street, and I don't even know why. And she caught me and she got in my face and she started just screaming at me. Do you know why your parents named you Diane? Do you know why? Because they didn't want you. They didn't want you. That's why they named you Diane, so that every time they said your name, they were telling you to die because they didn't want you to be alive. Every time they say your name, they'll be saying, Diane, Diane, Diane. And when she said that, I believed her. And I disassociated because I believed her. Because I believed my parents didn't love me and I believed I wasn't wanted at home already. And so when she said that, I believed her, and I believed that lie for so many years. And I carried that shame of being alive for so many years until I let love in. I let love in, first with my husband, and then in a very vulnerable moment with my mom when we were rebuilding our relationship and I was walking through the healing process of my trauma. It was through the power of love. That's why I call myself that lady on the internet who loves you. Do you struggle with your value? This love is what showed me that I had value. Because in that vulnerable moment, I shared the story with my mom about what had happened with this girl when I was, a little kid, when I was 11 or whatever. And my mother wept. I was absolutely shocked that she did that because, as I said, I believed the lie because I thought my parents didn't love me. But we were working through our thing and she was just cut to the heart and she suggested that I change my name. It was my mom who suggested that I legally change my name. That's why my name is Danielle now. My name is Danielle because I legally changed my name because of the power of love at work in my life. As I said, that's why I call myself that lady on the internet who loves you, because it's important for you to know how much you matter and that you are loved. And if you're believing a lie about your value, I am committed to helping you know that you are loved and that you matter, because that changes everything. And so I want you to reach out. I invite you to connect with me. I have a free audiobook I would love to give you called Love's Manifesto that will just speak love and value to your heart in less than 10 minutes is all it takes to listen to it. And then you could connect with me and I can share with you other things that will help you in your journey to heal your soul. Like I have a new course coming out called Heal Your Childhood Self, with my process called Self, See, Expose, Love, and Free. And that's releasing on February 21st. But as I said, I want to give you something. And I want to give you this Love's Manifesto. If I'll put the link on here so that you can get that, and you can get it in reading form if you don't want to listen to it, because I also have it so you can read it instead. Or if you want both, I will give you both, because I love you. I am that lady on the internet who loves you, because I know what it's like to not feel valued. I know what it's like to not feel loved, but I know now because love changed my heart. And so I want to lavish that love on you because you matter. And when this course comes out too, I have a free version, which I'll tell you more about that later. But first of all, please connect with me so that I can love on you because you matter. Mwah! I love you.